first one here, so happens to be the very first DVD I've ever bought. Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. The Star Wars prequels, which came out in 1999, which I got this, I believe, around about 2001. And I think I got it for about 30 odd pounds, maybe a little bit more. I'm one of the few that actually enjoyed The Phantom Menace. It's a 2-disc set, but it did have a good cast. Liam Neeson and Evan McGregor, and of course, Natalie Portman. Every saga has a beginning. Let's open it up. Of course, we have the villain, Darth Maul. I actually liked it. It was very unique. His lightsaber was coming out of both hands. As you can see right there. Very unique. Like I said, I didn't mind the prequels. And I actually did like The Phantom Menace. I saw it 2 times in the cinema all those years ago. And I think the first time when I saw it, I didn't get the best seat. I was with my best friend and we kind of got to the cinema quite late. And the only seats available on this opening, the premiere of it, was a couple seats at the front, to the side. And I tell you what, that was an experience. I've never been so close to a cinema screen in my life. And I got such a fright when the music came on. As you know at the beginning, when it shows you the name Star Wars and the writing comes up, it scared the living daylights out of me. But it was still an amazing experience. But yeah, I watched it twice. when it first came out, and I just remembered I did go see it again on the 20th anniversary, I think it was. Yeah. It was re-released at the movies, and I went to see it with my wife, so that was good. So yeah, 3 times. But at the same time, do I really love it that much to watch it 3 times? If it makes any sense, I did enjoy it, but there's other movies here I probably would prefer to watch it 3 times. I've only watched them all once. So anyway, yeah, so if you've never watched Star Wars and you want to know where to start, watch the very first one in this series. Don't start at the 4th one like all the other people, or at least in their 30s and older. That's all we did. We had no choice. Anyway, let's go on to the next DVD. This one was the 2nd DVD I ever bought. And it's right about the same price, maybe a little bit more. And of course, it's The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, which is the 2nd movie of the 3 that Peter Jackson made. It's outstanding, the greatest show on Middle Earth, according to the Sunday Times. Rated 12. I absolutely love Sir Ian McKellen, Christopher Lee. A very good cast in Lord of the Rings movies. They're all exceptional. It's very hard to picture anybody else doing those roles. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Of course, we've got the DVDs here. 2 discs. Special features. Of course, the movie. And we got a little booklet here. It's a towering achievement by the Daily Telegraph, sorry. Superb, compelling, and often eye-boggling, epic, unmissable. It was by Sunday Mirror. By a column that even dwarfs the original. The battle scenes are magnificent, spectacular, and breathtaking. By Sunday Telegraph. And a wholly crippling drama by The Independent on Sunday. see. I've never read the books, but I hear they're good as well. As they always say, the books are better than the movies, but I can't tell you if that is the case in this. But one thing is for sure, I would say the Lord of the Rings movies are a masterpiece. They may not be to everybody's taste, but there's bits I think that everybody can enjoy in it. A wide range of different actors that people can enjoy and relate to, like from other movies. So overall, it's a good movie. It's a good series, and something that sure could pass the time anytime in the future. I know people have watched all the Lord of the Rings, one after the other, in one day. Something I would never do, of course, but I know some people have done that. So it is very binge-worthy. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. And right here we have the Matrix trilogy, the complete journey. Of course, we have the first one, The Matrix, the sequel, The Matrix Reloaded, and of course the last one, unsaid, The Matrix Revolutions. Rated 15. I can't remember exactly when I got this, but I don't think I paid a lot of money for it. I'm thinking 2007 I possibly got this. Maybe 2008. For me, The Matrix, along with other movies like Jurassic Park and many others, they stand the test of time. I think the storytelling, along with the special effects and the acting, is some of the best. Some films may not have one, other films have one or two of those kind of things. And I think The Matrix has a good balance of everything, just like Jurassic Park has, or even Lord of the Rings, or Star Wars, A New Hope, have a good balance. And I think it makes it easy to watch. But I remember watching it way back in '99, thinking to myself, wow, I'm watching history. I knew that this was going to be a massive hit. And in fact, I kind of knew that when I saw the trailer for the first time. I just knew. I know a lot of people, I think I remember, didn't really particularly like it. It wasn't until it came out in the movies that it really took off. But I just knew right away. And then after watching that first one, I couldn't wait to watch the sequels. Or sequel, should I say. And okay, they weren't as good as the first one, but they were still very enjoyable. And even though they're not as good as the first one, they are most certainly way better than the fourth one, which is sadly, I think, one of the worst. One of the worst sequels ever, considering how big the other ones were. But that's just my opinion. I like the artwork on this. It's not as clear as I would like, but you can make out the matrix code. I don't think the camera's doing it justice. So yeah, these DVDs I got while back home in Ireland on my recent trip, which I'm not going to go into if you don't know, but I thought it would be nice to bring some of them back with me, as they do hold, a bit of history for me, memories, being the very first DVD and the second one. And I love The Matrix. Now this was my first horror movie I ever bought, or collection. It's the ultimate collector's edition. The Nightmare on Elm Street. Just look at that face. The claw. It still gets me sometimes because as a kid, I was absolutely terrified of him, even though I was very fascinated and enjoyed watching horror movies. He still scared the living daylights out of me. So we have Nightmare on Elm Street 1, then the second one, Freddy's Revenge, the third one, Dream Warriors, the fourth one, The Dream Master, the fifth one, The Dream Child, sixth one, Freddy's Dead, and the last one, well, first three are probably the best. It's been a while. I have to watch them again. Maybe next Halloween I might start to watch them again. Because there's lots of, I can't remember, so I can't really talk about it too much. I know Johnny Depp is in. This is the first one or the second one. I can't remember. Just look at those eyes. Creepy. Oh yeah, the one thing that I liked about a lot of horror movies and way back in the 80s and even early 90s, but mostly 80s, is the usage of practical effects. Now if they were doing this today, it probably would be all CGI on a computer. But I like the mixture of both CGI and practical effects. I just think it makes it more believable. Yes, at times when you look at certain things like this, it might seem kind of fake or rubbery. But in a lot of cases, it's done really well. You're looking beyond that. It looks real. You're not thinking it's fake. And it's just such a shame that the movies these days rely heavily on CGI. I think if they can get the right balance, it's so much better. And it's also better for the actors. It's better to see something that's right in front of you rather than having to 100% of the time play make-believe and try to imagine what's there. I think this little box set's gotta be one of the best ones I have. I mean, the little booklet on its own is quite heavy and it feels like a lot of time and effort went into it. Nice little pouch for the book. And you got 7 DVDs here. I'm not going to go through them all. They're all pretty much the same. Just a different title. This away. Now I know they remade Freddy Krueger and Nightmare on Elm Street. I wasn't a big fan of it, I must admit. really enjoyed this video. And I hope you can join me for another. I'll be relaxing, everybody.